Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Mukesh English. This is Mukesh Soni. Friends, in this video we are going to have the discussion of the important questions of the 2 marks important questions from the very famous play The Boy Comes Home, written by the famous writer A.A.Milne. So let's begin the questions of 2 marks from the famous play The Boy Comes Home. So the very first question are here. The question number 1. What are the sacrifices that Uncle James claims to have made for the country during the war? Uncle James tells about his sacrifices in a very funny way. He says that he has done his part for the country by giving his nephew to the country, by suffering the shortage of potatoes, and by paying the excess profits tax. Question number 2. What makes Emily tell James that he will find Philip different? So why does she feel that Philip is different? So when Philip went to fight against Germany, he was an immature boy of 19 years old. Aunt Emily is very much impressed and tells Uncle James that Philip is mature and responsible. The war has greatly affected Philip's personality. Before going to the war, he used to do what he was asked to do. Now, he makes his own decisions and nobody can dictate him. Army has taught him something and now he is very much different. Question number 3. What, according to James, Uncle James, has the army not taught Philip? So Philip is not being taught what? The decision-making skills. He has not been taught the decision-making skills. Why is Uncle James annoyed with Philip when they first meet? What changes does he expect in his behavior? Philip is very rude with his uncle. He demands his money before attaining the age of majority, but the uncle refuses to give him the money. Rather, he asks his nephew to join him in his jam business. But Phillips gets so rough with his uncle that he gets a bomb in his threatening. He gets a bomb to threaten his uncle. Question number 5. How does Philip prove that he's 25? Philip claims to have turned 25 when he was attempting to demonstrate to his uncle that he has matured sufficiently to live an independent life on his own. So he proves that he can lead the independent life on his own to show that he is now 25. Question number 6. Is that sort of fair play they teach you in the army? How does Philip respond to Uncle James' query? Philip responds, "Good heavens, of course it is. You don't think that you wait until the other side has got just as many guns as you before you attack. You are really rather lucky. Strictly speaking, I ought to have thrown half a dozen bombs at you first." Taking one out of his pockets, he says, "As it happens, I have only got one." This is how he responds to Uncle James' query. Question number 7. Why does Philip say that coming home after the war itself is like a holiday? He says being in London is like holiday, buying an evening paper, wearing a waistcoat, again, running after bus, anything, it's all holiday. But here, it doesn't seem to him. Question number 8. Why was Philip relieved that the war was over? Because he wanted to pursue what he wanted to do. And the last question, as per the textbook, why does Philip want to sell his revolver? Because there's no use of it in London. So, friends, this is how I have solved the 2 marks questions from the famous play The Boy Comes Home.